We're going to try to go out there and talk about some of this censorship and also the way the media is going to approach the Hunter Biden laptop story as the details continue to trickle out. And Steve Bannon promises us that this is only the beginning, that he's got this set up ready to go. There's going to be story after story, bombshell after bombshell coming out about this laptop. And folks, if you don't think this is a national security threat, you haven't thought about this enough, because this is a huge national security threat when you've got the Vice President of the United States selling his office, using his son as essentially the bagman to go and pick up the money to go and collect the funds from the Chinese, from the Ukrainians, from the Kazakhs, from the Russians, from all of these different folks that are trying to buy political influence with the U.S. government. That is a huge opportunity for blackmail. You've also got, and you mentioned earlier, does the son's drug use, does Hunter Biden's drug use and involvement with all kinds of other vices, does that somehow color his father? And you might say, well, no, you got to remember the father and the son, they're different. And that is true. But what does it do? It creates, again, an opportunity for blackmail against the son and even against the father. Do you really want this coming out about your son? Do you really want us to destroy your son? Which, you remember, is the same thing they did with Michael Flynn. In the Flynn case, in the prosecution, they went after Michael Flynn Jr. And they said, if you don't plead to this, we're going to get your son. We're going to go after your son, and we're going to destroy your son. And Michael Flynn said, fine, I'll plead to it. And he's now in the process of having tried to withdraw that plea, and the DOJ wants to let him do it, and that's a whole other story. But staying just on this Hunter Biden thing, the New York Post, they fully vetted this story before they ran with it. This isn't just something they picked up. They just, it's like they were in the parking lot and they found these emails printed out next to their car, and they're like, wait a minute, what's this? Let's publish it. No, they went through, they have said this, they went through and they checked the metadata on the hard drive, because everybody says, well, these emails, they don't have metadata. Well, the ones you're looking at may not have metadata, but before they publish this, they claim they fully vetted it, because they know if this is false, they've got a great opportunity to be sued for this and possibly sued into oblivion, and they weren't going to go down that road. But more to the point, we've got Hunter Biden's own lawyer writing to the computer shop owner. John Paul Mac Isaac was the owner of the computer shop, and he has emails, which I've seen, which are published, which you can't find through the mainstream outlets, but which are published out there, where his own lawyer is saying, give me back the hard drive. Hunter needs these hard drives back.
That's your smoking gun, Morgan, right
that's
there.
That's the smoking gun.
I mean, we've known there was a problem for a long time, but we're looking for the smoking gun. There it is.
It's it. That's it. And yet you've got Facebook. When I sent you this article last week, Pat and Roxanne, you came back and you told me, look, Facebook is blocking this, and they are blocking it, totally blocking it. Twitter's blocking it. In fact, they've taken down the New York Post Twitter feed for daring to publish this true article. You see Joe Biden getting asked about this occasionally. He won't even answer any questions. He says, I've got nothing to say about that. But you know what would be so easy if it was made up, if it was not true? Wouldn't it be so easy to say, hey, that's made up, that's not true? But they're not saying that. Neither he nor Hunter is saying that it's untrue. And then you look at the people running things like Facebook's election integrity program, Anna McAndrew, and she was Biden's advisor on Ukraine when he got Viktor Shokin fired. I mean, all these connections, it's unbelievable. It's hard to believe. I'm Morgan Streetman. That's the way I see it. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.